And we are rolling
Rolling in the
deep.
Proud Mary, keep on rolling.
That one song.
Proud Mary. Can you be Mayor? I'll be Ree.
How about let's get a divorce instead?
No,
Welcome back.
you don't have the money to pay for a divorce. I know that.
Well, that's why I'm not getting married in the first place. As I've
No.
always said all these years, marriage is a burden.
Marriage
And
is a burden.
not one to carry.
Fickle mistress.
Yeah, they'll make it legal till it's worth it.
Till Jesus says so.
Till the J man says so.
Yeah.
He didn't believe in the government, so neither should we.
Did they have a government at the time?
The Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire.
So Caesar was top dog.
Historians, we don't need your fact checking.
Fact check. Facts check true.
Fact check. Oh,
Fact checked by real patriots. Comment down below.
thank you, Albanese. Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the Unholy Trinity podcast. Today, once again, it is duo time.
But not the same duo.
No. But Sonny's back. He's here.
I'm no longer busy.
With your mans, the Zephyros, the Deo, always here because I'm the top dog.
Next week you'll be sick.
Maybe.
Not Jack will be alright, but you'll be sick.
Just like how this week Jack caught a case. What case would it be?
Cold.
A case of the colds.
Cold
Or you
case.
could say it's a cold case.
Got him.
Got him. Yeah, so wish him wish him the best of health. Because if you don't, he'll die.
He'll be fine. He catches things all the time.
True.
True.
Especially through various other tracks.
Like the colon track.
Like the colon. But yeah, wish him well. I wish him well.
I wish him doubly well.
I hope he makes it back from the war.
Yeah. Man. The cold Nam hit hard.
The Cold War.
The Cold War. The COVID-21.
COVID-21. See? You remember that movie, guys?
I went back and watched CBT.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was a classic.
People without context should search CBT, the Unholy Trinity. I don't know if it's going to be the first one to show up, but...
If you search it on the channel... Probably.
And if the thumbnail says Happy Birthday, Deo. But then...
The title should still be CBT.
Yeah, the title is obviously CBT, but the thumbnail, the words on the thumbnail say Happy Birthday, Deo.
That was a great production.
Yes, that was a great production, which I produced it, technically. Jack was the director.
You did edit the thing.
But I edited it, so the editing direction was from me.
Very cool.
Looking back on these things, I feel like we could do more fucking documentary style things. We have good pacing.
I mean, Jack has been saying like he wants to do more skits and whatnot.
Yeah,
maybe it's a good time to get back to it. See, we should have. I talked about this a bit with Jack. We should have gone on the Fuckboy Island train and go back on the weekly skits.
Well, maybe we should have.
Yeah,
The Bachelor.
But, they got some views and they were kind of funny. I think.
Yeah.
Funny.
Sure.
But, we're comedic individuals, aren't we?
Well, at least we say we are. Comment down below. Comment down below.
Comedy instincts.
Send us an email if you think we're funny.
Yeah.
If we don't get any emails,
you're funny. Maybe you can, write us some little jokes we can say on the pod or on the skits,
And we'll tweak it slightly so it's far enough away from your idea that we haven't stolen from you.
Yeah. If you think you're so good, how about you write for us, huh?
That's what Disney says. Is there a studio that had done its writers dirty, or is that all studios?
Most studios, I guess.
Okay. Film industry. We're the film industry.
But writers, they write.
We write.
Shout out to Jack.
Shout out to Jack. We had good pacing in that one as well.
Yeah.
And last but not least, and then Lord Lamb appears.
him.
I had completely forgotten about him.
Yeah, we have a lot of lower bits to work on.
Yeah.
For us to like, make a spin off of it. But yeah, it's very a nice trip down memory lane, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We should do more stuff. So Jack, get well so you can write stuff. Or maybe you are writing stuff now that you're
you
stuck
should
in
be
bed.
writing stuff. Go write right now. Stop watching this. Stop listening to this.
Well, yes. Unless you're doing homework.
But write anyway.
Right anyway.
Write on your homework.
It's gonna be the prayer to the lamb on the right side of the border of this page.
Wow.
What am I saying?
That's a deep cut.
Deep cut.
I don't fully understand.
No. I'm just saying, if he's writing something, he can write hymns to the Lord.
Yeah. Volume 2.
And then submit that in, and the lecturer is like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, this is my homework. But, I gave you a little tidbit of religious mantras relating to an important god that I worshipped in high school.
But now, almost forgotten by his followers.
Yeah, that is true. How sad. I met him after high school.
Recently?
Not recently.
I did hang out with him once.
We did.
Yeah.
Was that for your birthday or was that elsewhere?
I think it was just a random.
Oh no, for when you arrived. I mean.
No, then after that we met with
okay.
fellow friend Aiden.
Aiden. Oh yes, you went with us that time to the arcades and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you did come with us then.
So you forgot about me.
Twice.
Damn, bruh.
Twice.
But yeah, we saw him. That was a couple months
back.
back.
When you're in the presence of such an immense power,
such a
you
personality.
Yeah, you forget the peasants surrounding you.
Understandable.
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's life.
I think he's doing well. You doing well?
Yeah, it must be. He set himself up good.
He's been racing from what I've seen.
And gymming.
Has he? Yeah.
Well, he was.
Good on him.
Yeah.
How's things been with you?
Literally nothing to speak of, really.
No.
Jack and I went to a party 2 nights ago, which is probably where he got sick because he was up.
You're gonna get sick too.
No, because he took the train at like 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
He also brought like a bag of flour, which I don't know why he did that. It's like corn flour.
He thought it was Coke. So
Yeah.
At home with him.
And he was actually doing lines of corn flour as like a bit.
But he did it multiple times.
Multiple times. It was like a funny bit. So maybe that gave him like strep throat. Like he irritated his throat from that.
I mean, it's probably not good to snort corn flour.
I remember back in work, when I used to work at Hungry Jack's, they would do lines of chicken salt.
Could you taste the salt doing that?
No, I'd assume it just goes straight to the brain, right?
Is that how it works?
Yeah, probably right. All that chicken shit in your brain. Bok, bok.
I guess so.
But yeah, and then he was up until late. Like he probably got home at 4 a.m.
4-hour train, right?
No.
Oh, they do other shit.
Maybe. No, I'm guessing that if they had to go straight home, they took like a 1:30 train and walked. So maybe he got in bed at 4. He got in bed at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he kept doing lines of corn flour at home. So that's how he got sick.
We did manage to get an Uber to the train station from where we were. So
yeah.
they got the earliest train that they could, but it was still like 1:30. I got home at 2. So I can only assume he got home at like 3. Yeah.
Well, yeah, though that's not a good sign.
No, sir.
Corn flour. Hopefully that's not contagious. The corn flour cold.
It goes in your stomach and just becomes blubber.
Yeah.
The corn flour and
if anything, he's carb loading.
Yeah. He's gotta work, but he's gotta work it off though. That immune system.
True.
Just eating the corn flour, that's not really gonna.
You could say he's like nacho maxing.
Nacho maxing.
That's like corn flour is free nacho.
Yeah.
He's keeping all the steps.
Yeah, right.
Putting it straight into the system,
when you have some orange juice that you forgot to shake.
Yeah. But if you forgot to shake, you're missing out on the pulp if you're getting the pulp one, right?
But you just shake afterwards.
inside you. So I guess if you chug the whole like jug,
Yeah, if you chug the whole jug.
yeah. If you take it once at a time, you'll be missing out.
Give us some Fortnite sound effects editor.
Yahoo. That's not Fortnite.
Has Mario been in Fortnite? Surely.
No, I don't think so, man. I don't think
Nintendo.
Yeah,
Nintendo.
Not a big fan. They'll
Nintendo.
make their own battle royale someday when it's past the season of battle royale.
I think that's called Super Smash Bros.
I mean, that's not really a battle royale.
No, it's not. But I played a Smash version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Nintendo Wii from like 2008. And they had like a free for all version. That the default version is called Battle Royale.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I suppose it's a royale like fighting game.
Yeah, it is. But spelled without the E, so it's just Battle Royale.
Okay, yeah. Royal Battle. Battle Royale.
But that term was coined at that time for a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, so it must have existed before that.
Yeah. Maybe they're the first.
Maybe. Internet historians, can we fact check this?
Fact checked by real OG patriot.
See, we don't fact check patriotism. We know everything about patriotism, but the internet is a fractal, fickle mistress. I should get a divorce with the internet.
If only we could. It is a disease, a cancer stuck in our noggins.
In our throats, because we did lines of cornflower. See how it all comes full circle? We're not just talking random bullshit. We string things together.
String. We do string things together.
Bazinga.
Such is the string of life.
Such is string theory.
The strand.
Uh-huh.
What's that thing? The Loki
Strand
thing?
What?
You know the Loki timeline where it's like, I guess it's the timeline, but it looks like strings, isn't it?
I don't branches.
Timeline, yeah. They're using tree metaphors.
Yeah, right.
It's not strings. Yeah.
What's a leaf? Where the timeline finishes, but it's not dying. The leaf is
it's just
alive.
like an end.
So it's just the branch becomes a pool of time.
Maybe it's like a cul-de-sac.
So Groundhog Day must be a leaf because
It loops itself.
it loops and it doesn't branch out anymore.
Yeah.
Until someone finds a way to cut the leaf off and then it starts growing again, right?
But that doesn't happen on every tree, does it? Or like
No.
You have to do it a certain way.
Yeah.
If you like pick a leaf off, it might not grow back.
No. So we either are talking bullshit or we aren't.
We're contemplating concepts within time and space.
Contemplation
we're an
thing.
intellectual podcast, aren't we?
Haven't you heard the news? We're powerful.
It's good. It's good things to talk about, especially if you're interested in, physics. We talk about physics.
We can talk about physics if we want to, but I don't know if they're going to want to listen to that. I think they want to listen to what we have to talk about.
Something very similar to physics. The AFL. I was there.
Oh no, you were there.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
See, I was working yesterday. Saturday, I was
Cool.
pushing the stages and shit for the Katy Perry concert bit.
So, were you on camera? No.
No, but I mean, some of us might be on in the background.
Yeah.
Like early on when we were still pushing shit in, they were doing like interviews on the field.
Yeah.
So like you can see people there.
Yeah.
But let's see if I can find it on YouTube somewhere.
They'll probably do a whole match replay on the AFL On Demand website.
Oh yeah.
That's how it is for previous years. So you might be there.
I'll find it somewhere.
But I don't think they really. I don't know if they show all of the pre-show and the interviews.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
So yeah,
might be hard to find.
But you might be. Would you be around the field?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be like pushing stage parts.
But during the game.
In the interview section. So that's pre-game.
Yeah. So
pre-show.
Yeah, and you're not anywhere in the game. You wouldn't be found in the stadium.
Nah.
Okay. Then we're probably not going to find you on the on-demand stuff.
Very sad.
Ah, well.
But I was also there on the rehearsal dates.
Okay.
In 2 days, not 2 days, like
Yeah.
couple days before Saturday. So there was one on like Wednesday and Tuesday. Guys, I basically saw the concert like 3 times
Yeah.
for the actual
Okay.
day.
So you had your
I had
week's
my,
worth of fill.
had my fill.
Yeah.
It gets old. But she played the classics, right? The classic Katy
She
Perry
wasn't
song.
allowed to play Raw.
She played that song. That was the first song,
Okay.
I think.
I heard something like she wasn't allowed to play a song.
Probably like her new songs from the album, her new album. I think she came out with a new album, and that's why she's touring next
Sure.
year.
But yeah, there were definitely rumors that she wasn't allowed to play Raw.
Because the execs would probably play the classics, man.
Yeah.
And
Or,
then
you know,
new songs.
This is fake news. This is them
But I
telling
think there
the
was like one somewhat new song in the set list.
yeah. But I reckon this is the execs being like, let's tell everyone in Melbourne that we're not playing, or in Australia that we're not playing Raw, so that we get surprised with it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that.
This is speculation. This is all fact checked by real patriots.
Fact checked it. Yeah, fact check it again, even though it already happened.
And I fact checked it. You know, I'm powerful. I know things.
You know, it was the rehearsal days were pretty cool. I got like a 7-hour shift, but I spent like 2 hours working.
Yeah.
We
That's
just
it.
loaded shit in and then waited for the rehearsal to end and then load shit out.
Yeah.
You know, it gets a bit boring, but I get to watch the thing twice a day or something.
Hey, this is work, guys. This is work.
What?
This is the world of
But,
work.
you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And sometimes you gotta handle with corporate clients, like I had to do on the NBL this last week.
I imagine you do that a bit for like match. You wait for the match to end, and then or do you show up like after the match?
It's the nature of my company is that there's not really. It's small enough that they'll have things for me to do if I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm not just sitting around doing nothing. So either, and also the NBL stuff, that's more of a permanent fixture. So it's unlikely that you have to bump in and bump out on the same day. We bumped in like 3 weeks ago, and it's gonna stay there for the next 6 months, unless I think when the tennis rolls around, they might need the arena, so that's when we'll bump our stuff out, and then they'll be juggling the tennis with the basketball. So it'll just be a case of like bump in, do the show, and then bump out.
Good job.
But yeah, that's all I have to say. Really, the NBL is just what it is, and I was only there for the first bit of. I was there for the pregame.
Okay.
They run their little corporate function for the VIPs.
The VIPs.
The VIPs who get the fancy food because they really love the basketball teams now.
I mean, I assume the VIPs have some sort of stake in some team.
Well, it's like the super fans.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like
Well,
VIP super fans.
They would have,
they paid to be there.
They paid to be there. So they get the exclusive treatment.
The other thing I did yesterday was I went to a play.
Okay.
A friend acted in a rendition of Macbeth.
Ooh, a classic.
And any of our high school friends have heard enough about Macbeth, so I reckon it's safe to just shut up about it.
Macbeth, more like Big Mac.
Big Mac. The Big Mac. The Big Macbeth.
The Big Mac.
Mac Big.
Was it good?
It was good, yeah. They acted well. The set and everything was pretty nice. It was a matinee show, so the audience was pretty much tiny.
Okay.
And also the audience was like really not good. You're meant to clap after every scene. No one did.
I guess no one knew.
No one knew. One person tried at the very start, but no one caught on.
Did you follow along?
Like, I wanted to.
Like, nah.
But I was just like trying to read the room, like, okay, no one else is doing it, so.
Should have put that on like the little pamphlets or something.
But it's more etiquette. Like, you don't have to really tell people etiquette.
Well,
and also
it turns out no one knows.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think programs like the booklet that they hand out, in most situations you have to pay for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So I didn't.
You got the inside.
Sort of. It would have been nice to like see the extra bits and the set photos and whatever, but
that not included.
no, it just didn't happen for me. I just didn't think about getting it.
Okay.
I found out afterwards that they were paid for. So
Oh yeah. Right.
yeah, and I've been a bad audio nerd. I forgot to walk up to the audio engineer and like look at
Give
the
him a high
desk and be
five.
like, yeah, it's like, yo, I'm an audio engineer. What's up, bro? They had a Digico.
Oh nice.
It's
Yeah.
it's in Monash University, so it's in their big performing arts theater.
It's just Monash's system, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing it is. Yeah, most of this stuff is done by them.
Okay.
Like the actors are hand stitching the curtains for the set.
Okay. So is it like a uni production?
Yeah, university. Felt pretty well done for a university one though. Like there's some most of the issues. There's no way you can avoid it. All of the acting was nice. Was really good. Really good. Yeah.
Top job.
Some of them did sound Australian though, which was funny when you're meant to be speaking old Scottish.
I speak. What's a Scottish line?
Well, there's all the classic ones in Macbeth. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
Babble, babble. Toil and trouble.
That was a bit New Yorker. That was a bit American.
Yeah, I'm exaggerating the what do you call it?
Now, if you want to talk like a Scottish lad, you have to be like bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
I was trying to do the
No,
Aussie,
I couldn't do one.
the Aussie rendition.
Aussie, okay. Bubble, bubble, mate. Toil and trouble, mate.
Toil and trouble, are ya? Yeah.
Macbeth is also where the knock knock joke originated.
Oh, okay.
There's a line where there's a knocking on the door. The guy goes, knock knock, who's there?
Mm-hmm.
That is the origin of the knock knock joke.
Damn. Jokesters back in the day.
Yeah, and Shakespeare was a jokester.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Isn't it like Shakespeare is the second most quoted person or thing in the English language behind the Bible?
Oh yeah, okay. That makes sense. Like a lot of those little lines and jokes, I guess, kind of seeps in through everyday language.
Yeah.
In it.
That's it. So, yeah, English is taught by sailors and scholars.
Oh yeah.
That's your English lesson for today. Fact checked by real English people.
Yeah. We can fact that guy. You know that guy on Instagram, that the linguistic guy.
Linguistic guy, yeah.
He could fact check.
Is his name literally Linguistic Nerd on Instagram?
But
I think that sounds about right.
probably.
Also, Instagram has fucked my reels.
What's on your reels now?
Nothing like what I normally watch. Just over the next Instagram was fine, and then I looked on it next time, and suddenly they were like, it started off with literally not a single white person reel, like nothing from Australia, nothing from America. It was just South Asian and Latina and not even Asian.
Maybe they figured out. They scanned your face, like not white.
But it didn't give me anything Asian either.
True.
It just gave me like the South Asian reels and the Latino reels, and
They looked at your face and went, brown.
And then it suddenly just went FOT as well. Like my Instagram reels suddenly became FOT reels.
What's that?
Like first trap reels.
I thought you said fop, like a
Fop. Yeah, people fopping on reels.
Yeah. Or maybe they do like a colon cleanse, but for the algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
But like now it's actually full of shit I do not care about. Like I'm afraid to open reels now because I will be I tried to like cleanse the cleanse.
Yeah.
I tried to cleanse the purge by pressing not interested on most of everything, which I don't think
assume that would work. But
I don't think it's working as intended.
The algorithm's like, nah, you're not actually interested. You are.
um, the next step for me is to just like report things, and
No, yeah.
reporting gives you the option of I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So I can report something and say I don't like it, and that probably gives a harder algorithm message than not
Would the
interested.
algorithm just like register if you like see a reel and you swipe immediately? It's like, oh, you don't like that one. You don't like that
I
one.
don't know if that's working for me though. Like I'm purposely watching things that are more along the lines of what I normally watch. Like even
Yeah,
things that I like didn't really follow, but now I
the algorithm.
do. Yeah, I'm trying to trick the algorithm. It's not working.
Because the algorithm will trick you.
And I don't want to open it on the train or anything now because I'm gonna go from like the brain rot bus chance of survival ones,
Big booty bitch.
literally like like a bikini wearing giant pregnant woman just with a fat ass appears on my screen. I'm like fucking hell.
What's up with the pregos on? Damn, that's crazy. I've been getting these
Literally not safe for work.
yeah, that is not safe. I sent you one of them like Chinese candy shop back in the day.
That I've been meaning to show my mum those ones.
Yeah.
My mum might actually feel nostalgic for those. That's nice. This isn't.
Yeah, and then there's this other Chinese guy who's like, I think each one of his reels is him making some random shit. It's like, oh, I ran out. Let's make some shit
Yeah.
in like the village. I'm like, damn, that's dope. With the same background song every time. But yeah, it's nice.
So you know what though? I think this might be a good thing for me.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe-
that way you don't want to look at.
I don't want to look at short form content anymore. So maybe this is my road to being less brain rotted.
It's your chance to get off.
Get off.
And actually get off.
Actually, get off.
Spend your time in a much more
Productive world.
Yeah.
What else I'm gonna? I'm gonna be the guy who's not like scrolling the phone vertically anymore. I'm just gonna be holding my phone horizontally, which is what I would have done before short form content.
back on YouTube.
Back on YouTube.
Dang.
But now I need to find more stuff to watch on YouTube.
Just watch those 6-hour stream VODs.
I don't watch streams anymore.
Damn. But that's like the total opposite though. That's extra long form.
Extra long form,
because it's a stream.
and it's more parasocial as well.
Yes.
Is short form less parasocial than YouTube?
I'd say so because you're not, unless you like religiously follow like an influencer. I feel like short forms like pop up.
This is
pop up.
person. Yeah.
Person. Because usually it's like short form content is it's about gimmicks, right? One person will have their gimmick content.
Yeah.
And long form, especially streams, is about like being alongside with the streamer doing some shit, or like just watching the streamer doing shit, like playing video games or IRL travel streams or whatever.
But yeah, I don't know what the fuck Instagram did to my account. Like, no, I have not found a single reel similar to what I used to have on my algorithm.
Yeah.
It's like it
something
zeroed out.
Yeah.
Like it blacklisted what I normally watch and fed me everything that everyone else watches.
You're saying everyone watches big booty prego women in bikini?
I'm saying that what I watch is on par with what everyone else watches.
Yeah.
And so now it's feeding me everything else that no one watches.
Yeah. All the niche.
It's not even niche. It's just like,
the
I don't know, man.
default algorithm slop.
Algorithm, you fucked up. What happened? Instagram, tell me.
I don't know.
I should make an Instagram post about this.
Yeah.
Instead of emailing or like, saying something to Instagram directly, I'm gonna make a big fucking deal about this.
And then tag at Instagram.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tag him on X.
Yeah. Tweet about it.
What the fuck happened to my Instagram account? Elon Musk wouldn't let this happen now.
No, he wouldn't. He would just say, so true.
So true.
On a retweet.
And send a monkey meme.
Yeah.
Capitalist monkey meme.
And like promote his own tweets because that happens.
That does happen.
It's like his tweets are like ads, yo.
It tastes like heroin.
Buy an NFT on Twitter. X.
Not sponsored.
Elon Musk, give me a car. Speaking of
Driving
Musk,
away. Musk.
Jazz school.
Jazz school. Musk jazz school makes sense. Stinky.
Stinky jazz people.
Stinky jazz people. So we're two jazz people reviewing a jazz film now.
I play jazz. You like jazz? Do I play jazz? I like jazz. I like jazz.
You like jazz. So I'm jazz trained. You're a jazz enthusiast.
I suppose. Jazz enjoyer.
A jazz enjoyer. Jazz enjoyer. That sounds like something that might be a term or like
jazz
fit into a linguistic niche. Jazz enjoyer.
Jazz and joya.
Jazz and joy.
Jazz and joya.
Jazz enjoy her.
Jazz enjoy her. Like his and her.
Jazz his enjoy her.
Inside Out.
Welcome to our review of Whiplash.
Whiplash 2014. A movie by that one guy.
Andy?
Not Andy Sandberg. Let's look it up. Since
Horowitz?
Jack is not here, we have to look it up ourselves like a couple of bitches.
We are bitches. Are you bitches? Are you bitches?
I never knew her. Whip and Nay Nay.
Lash and bash. Come on. Hurry up. Get it faster. Where is it? What are you doing?
Directed by Damien Chazelle.
Yep.
And is it written by him as well, I think? You know?
Well, how wrong can I be, everyone?
That guy. Hold on. IMDb this.
Yes, Andy. Okay. I got one name.
No, I didn't say Andy.
Oh, I didn't say Andy? What did you say just now?
IMDb.
IMDb.
All right. Written and directed by Damien.
Hey,
Chazelle.
Damien.
So you got that wrong.
Who was the musical composer? I think that's what I'm thinking of.
That would be...
Because he's the one who wrote the rendition of Caravan and the other songs.
Okay. Pull up.
Arranged, I should say. Apparently, Caravan is the most covered song in history.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I thought it would be like Hot Cross Bun.
Well, in terms of publications.
Okay. I
Right.
suppose so. Yeah. But
Well, if you just look,
original big band. Wait, no.
Tim sounds familiar. Just
Tim
look
was
Spotify.
name.
Search Caravan on Spotify.
Found it. Whiplash.
Yeah.
Composer. Justin Hurwitz.
Justin Hurwitz. I said Andy Horowitz.
Now you got the last name.
Sort of.
He also
Not
said
really.
La La Land. Oh.
Yeah. That's right. So, you get the
that
big
guy.
guns out for this.
That guy. All right. Starring your boys, Top Dog J.K. Simmons as your favorite abusive teacher.
Yes, and
Miles Teller as
Teller
Big Drummer Boy.
as Reed Richards.
Andrew. Yep.
Andrew.
Featuring other people
That are less important.
And, yeah, maybe there's some notable names in here. And
Not really, right?
Aunt Emma.
Aunt Emma. Is that like Aunt May? Miles. Miles.
Miles Davis.
Aunt May.
Morale.
Is there Uncle as well?
There is an
Prowler?
uncle somewhere. Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank.
That's from that scene in the dinner table, if you haven't seen it.
Yes.
Should we do a spoiler zones for this? It's a 10-year-old movie.
It is actually, when did it release? Is it getting?
2014.
But what month? Because
Uh,
it's we're either after or before 10 years, which I've heard nothing about it.
Maybe it's the anniversary, and that's why we're reviewing it.
We're gonna say it is.
The anniversary.
We're overdue.
It's 16th of January, so
Okay, we are way overdue for it.
10-year anniversary of Whiplash.
Whiplash, yeah. 10 and a half year anniversary more. what is this? One of the most legendary films of all time. Pretty good.
Maybe
Like,
not all
highly
time.
acclaimed.
Maybe in the past 10 years, it's a very famous movie. It's been very popular.
Yeah.
And I gotta first say, this is my first time watching this film.
It is also my first time
As
watching this.
fellow music people were like, I mean, I feel like I've always been like, oh, Whiplash. I'll maybe watch that sometime. But
We get the memes. We see the memes.
I do see the memes.
We understand the context of it. Like,
yes,
we may have not watched it, but we have heard about like even just the premise and plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For myself, at least, I've always. Well, I think I've said this before, where if something's very popular or something's trending, I'm like, oh, cool. I'm not gonna watch that until like 5 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and now it's twice as much.
So
10 years.
I think this is one of those cases.
Yeah.
Would that be the same for you?
Same here. This is like watching it for a purpose, but also this is like a culturally defining film that we haven't watched. And this is more also along the lines of people getting into jazz, like
I suppose
mainstream jazz.
Listening to jazz.
Yeah, listening to jazz. Because my first like example of that is Leve.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I guess that's another recent example of popular entry point towards jazz music.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think if any of us watch Adam Neely as well, he's made a whole like video about this film.
Yeah.
Being like,
is it accurate?
Is it accurate to actual jazzists?
Or jazz school, I guess.
Spoiler alert, probably not.
Mm.
And he does have things to say about the jazz in the film, but overall, it's mostly okay. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Yeah.
But I would say it's off the bat, not a 10 out of 10 for me. No,
not a 10 out of 10 from you?
No.
Are we going to reveal Jack's scores at the end?
Let's just say it's not like my score.
It's not like your score. No. It's 0 out of 10 for Jack. That's crazy.
He hates it.
That's
like
crazy.
The Mario movie.
Like the Mario movie.
The other video game movie and the other movie we watched. All the movies.
All of those little drummer boys. Mamma mia.
Yeah. What else should we mention before we start off? Yeah, spoiler zone. Yes or no?
Why not, honestly? People know enough. Like, I knew the plot of the film going into it.
So, no spoil. I mean, yes, spoilers.
Yes, spoilers.
Okay.
Spoilers zone. But you've heard our general thoughts on it already.
Yeah, let's say it's like a 10-year anniversary well, we haven't reviewed it, so I guess it's still a first time review. 10-year anniversary look back review.
Well, is that us looking back, or are we looking back in time?
We looking back in time because we both watched it for the first time, so it's almost like we watched it.
But if we look back at ourselves 10 years, to me, look back means you look back on yourself, and we didn't watch it 10 years ago.
Then we can judge ourselves for not watching it.
Look back, we hate ourselves for not watching this. Realistically, we don't regret not watching it. Life is life.
You know, it could have been if I did watch it 10 years ago, could have been I could have liked the jazz more earlier. Or much more
earlier, yes.
Earlier.
Or, we might have been intimidated.
Yeah, or I could be like, damn, this sucks. Fuck this.
Yeah. But we are more mature now. We're going to approach this as mature reviewers who are providing the most excellent
fact-checked insights
by patriots.
Yeah,
I am a jazz patriot. If jazz was a nation state, I will enlist.
Welcome to the jazz army nation.
Jazz army. It's like BTS army.
BTS army and the PewDiePie army and all the armies.
Well, to be fair, the jazz army would have the best marching band out of any army.
Yes, of course. Marching along with their little tunes, playing giant steps while they step away.
The most musically complex marching band you'll ever see.
That'd be cool. Jazz marching band. I assume that already exists somewhere.
Well, marching bands do play jazz anyways.
The movie, as we said, it stars Mr. Simmons and the other guy, Andrew, who plays Andrew.
And do we even need to talk about the acting? J.K. Simmons, one of them Oscar for his performance.
Yes, he did. He did. You know, he's always been a seasoned actor up until that point, until now.
Yeah.
He did a top. Yeah, I'd say he really stole the spotlight here as a actor, and with his acting performance, great
Good stuff.
performance.
And
also,
Miles Teller as well. Yeah.
the Miles also did a great job as the. I guess he is the lead, or they're co-leads. I guess.
Yeah.
Great job as the aspiring drummer boy, wanting to be one of the greats, the drumming greats, like Lars Ulrich of Metallica.
To use the actual jazz analogy, though, it's
like his guy was Benny. What's his name?
the Chuck.
Chuck Rainey.
Oh no! Now
Goodman.
No, not Benny Goodman. Benny Goodman was a clarinetist.
And then the other guy, the other drummer.
Chuck. No, Buddy Rich. Buddy Rich.
The B's and C.
Yes.
And R's.
Roll.
Roddy
Rich. Roddy Rich.
Yeah, he wanted to be the next Roddy Rich.
Pulling out my dick at the box.
You know, he also made that. It's a kind of a used thing in memes now. The I just lost my dog.
Roddy Rich.
I think that's Roddy Rich.
I lost my dog.
Yeah, I just lost my dog, and he taught me how to chase the bag. You know that one?
Is that what he calls his girlfriend? I lost my bitch.
I don't think he's talking about his girlfriend.
Man,
he's talking about like a mentor of his who taught him how to chase the bag.
Roddy Rich, what are you doing?
He lost his dog.
He lost the box as well, apparently.
Oh yeah. So like on the reels, people have been doing like random covers of "I just lost my dog" in like different genres and shit. You know, like your typical music memes.
If my algorithm wasn't fucked, I might have been able to see those.
I'll send you some if I come across more.
That is not strictly necessary, but thank you.
I'll fix your algorithm by sending you reels.
Ah, man. If Instagram can't do it, at least I have a support network of people who can.
Gotta support your homies so they don't get lost like the dog.
Speaking of supporting the homies, yeah, there's a bit of abuse.
Within the movie, of course.
Slippity slappity.
As the movie demonstrates a example of extreme love and support for fellow students in the musical environment.
Yes, sir?
Demonstrated by harsh teachings of J.K. Simmons' character, Mr. What's his name?
Wow, I am running
Mr. Guy, Mr. Baldman.
Mr. Baldman.
Call him Baldy.
Fletcher.
Mr. Fletcher, that's right. Yeah, so the story, as you may already know, by big man Andrew Flash, played by Miles. He goes, I'm in jazz school. Look at all the cool big bands, cool little studio band. I want to be in that band.
Yeah, I want to be the Chuck Tester.
The Buddy Rich.
I want to be the Buddy Rich.
One day he was practicing all, and then Mr. Fletcher was like, I see some potential in you. How about you do it with me? Do a little 2-time swing.
2-time swing.
There you go.
Not quite my tempo.
Not quite my tempo. Not quite my tempo. He goes, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know, Andrew tries again and tries again until he gets the shot. Mr. Fletcher gives him a shot. All right. You can be in the band, man.
It's because Andrew put the sheet music of the lead drummer and hit it. And this is a bit sneaky. Sabotage.
I think he literally lost it though.
Oh, did he? I thought Andrew had a part in that. Andrew had a part in that.
He just left it on the seat and it just disappeared.
Because Andrew took it away. Anyways, yeah. Things happen and he gets the lead role. So now we're in it.
Yeah, we're in the band. We get to see the trials and tribulations of keeping the spot that he wanted so much.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right? To the point where he bleeds his hands to perfection. Well, not to
another classic moment.
A perfect drum roll.
Let's
Can we get a drum fill on that?
Well, I actually like have been practicing. My sister taught me how to do a drum roll proper.
You got to keep up with the tempo.
See, my sister's a drummer, so all that drumming shit. I was tempted to drag my sister into watching it. Would have been funny.
The thing I had with this movie was like, it's always about, you're not drumming fast enough. Keep up with the tempo.
Not fast.
Why not just pull up a metronome? Then you can see if he is on tempo. Nah, you gotta feel it.
Sometimes it just doesn't work like that in real life.
See, what if your tempo is not correct tempo, Mr. Fletcher?
But also, you know what the ironic thing is? Like halfway through the movie, where he goes for all the legal shit, and then the whole band falls apart. The Fletcher gets the law case fired. This is the thing Adam nearly complained about as well. You find him in a jazz bar, and he's playing the most boring white person like lounge jazz. Like
pianos.
And this isn't just me saying it. This is Adam Neely, who is an actual like a
touring jazz
not, but before touring jazz, he was just one of a like hired jazz bass players in New York, playing in jazz bars, doing that kind of stuff. But the music is just so bland and simple.
He also went to jazz school.
Yeah. Which apparently Fletcher did, or maybe he just, got his shit beaten out of him as a child when was homeschooled.
Yeah, or maybe he's just like,
I want my mommy.
So one of those things where I think he wanted to be a pro jazz guy, but he couldn't make it, so he just became an abusive teacher.
Yeah, basically. That's pretty much high school jazz teachers.
Damn, shout outs to the high school jazz teachers.
Shout out.
Because sometimes, that was the entry point as well for many.
Which I'm not actually like to disprove this immediately, because we have respect for our high school music teachers. The Bamboos. Okay. My sister's percussion teacher played on tour with the Bamboos last year.
Oh, nice.
So they have talent, and they do perform, and they do big gigs. They get paid big money.
Maybe I assume a lot of teachers are also just passionate about teaching. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's the part-time job for the part-time job.
There you go. But not in this case of Mr. Fletcher. Maybe he says he likes teaching. He wants to find the next Buddy Rich or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Which if he feels like he's failed at his own job, then how is he gonna find the next Buddy Rich?
By throwing chairs at them.
By throwing chairs at them, you make the next Charlie Parker.
That's right.
Which is also a real story. It is one of the more famous Charlie Parker stories, that he got a cymbal through at him when he was starting out.
Oh, they quoted that in the film.
They did, yeah.
So that's how he justifies his behavior, I suppose.
But also maybe just a little bit old school. Still living in the past, like your friend.
The days when kids can still get smacked.
Capital punishment.
So did the jazz people. They get smacked.
I don't think capital exists as a musical term, does it?
I guess not necessarily, but I mean, if you're getting beaten over getting a part wrong, I guess that's still punishment.
Yeah, it's the punishment you give yourself. You beat yourself up over it. Realistically,
not by someone else.
Yeah.
Ideally
not. Especially not by the person who's meant to be mentoring you. Well, I think what I'm learning is the next Buddy Rich, Andrew, is going to become an abusive motherfucker.
If he does become a teacher or like a band leader or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's another thing about the ending, right? It's an open ending of like, will Andrew continue being under the mentorship of Mr. Fletcher?
Yeah.
Or was that the last, I suppose, standoff of like, I can play, so fuck off type in.
This is the sort of like, I don't know, and it's also at a big jazz festival, so people are watching it, and people can spot out talent.
Yeah.
And like, have a conversation with them, be like, we want you. We don't want you hanging out with these shitters.
Because ultimately, that last scene was about like, it was Fletcher's big fuck you to Andrew first, and Andrew's like, all right, fuck you too then.
Yeah,
so he just played his heart out type beat, right?
And proved him wrong.
Yeah.
I had a point to go on this, and I forgot about it. Never mind.
Never mind. But yeah,
Never
we
mind.
come back to you. Movie wise and like story timeline wise, I feel like it works. It works, doesn't it? Your typical.
Are you saying that it works just okay? It
I feel
works
like it's not
well.
like mind blowing, or like
Not
I guess
mind-blowing.
it's a well executed storyline in a film format where it's like the beats work, pretty engaging, but it's a bit, in my opinion, it's a bit repetitive.
Bit repetitive.
I was just like,
Yeah.
all right, Andrew gets like, oh, you suck, cool, practice. You suck again, all right, practice again. I guess it escalates to the point where he he gets a car crash and whatnot.
Yeah, but you see, for me, it feels like this film had me hooked the whole time, pun intended. I didn't really feel like it was dragging or anything, and
Not quite my tempo,
but
dragging.
it was my tempo. It was very much quite on my tempo. It was hitting the beats. Though I do get where you're coming from. So yeah,
I mean, it fits the formula. I'd say. But like,
it fits the formula. Plot points to plot points. I felt like it worked though. I felt like a good pacing.
Yeah, I do say like, since it's a jazz film, soundtrack does really enhance the experience. It looks good. It's very nice, atmospheric. The fucking jazz goes very gloomy, dark.
Just sort of what it's kind of meant to feel like.
So it's like New York, New York style, New York.
New York.
jazz.
That's what New York classically looks like, and all the New York jazz people will know. This is what New York is like.
And and then even the performance stages look very nice, very moody.
I mean, speaking of like, we're talking about how the film looks visually. It also won the Oscar for best editing.
Oh yeah,
I think yeah.
Yeah.
And this is also one of the films where I see some of the most about how they've done like the production design, the color design, and set design, editing, camera work.
Because I mean, everything editing wise and pacing wise would somewhat have to line up with the music as well.
Yeah.
The pace of the music, the intensity, and whatnot, and even arrangements have to be made to fit within the storyline.
Yeah.
Like even I guess most prominently at the end where Andrew does his own, however long the
solo. Yeah. Which Miles Teller is in apparently like 99% of the drumming.
Okay, so it actually did.
And he had to rehearse that and practice that.
No, what do you call it? No stuntman here.
Very occasionally there was a drummer double.
Just the hands.
Just the hands, pretty much. Well, because they wanted to be able to get close up of Andrew's character playing the drums. And so Miles had to play it.
Yeah.
And he had to know how to play drums.
Need to make it look right.
Yeah.
Even play it right.
And it's not just like him doing each bit. He rehearsed the whole song.
Okay, yeah. Gotta memorize the song.
Yeah.
So you don't have to read the chart.
And that's Caravan, man. He did that all. Well, technically speaking, he did all of it several times.
Yeah.
But and purely just so that they could get the right shot. Like realistically speaking, that it is all just for the correct shots.
Yeah.
So, that's also the actors putting in the work for the cinematography and the editing.
Definitely helps. Yeah, very dynamic in those scenes.
Yeah. Moving cameras, like the classic one is the pivoting camera from Fletcher to the conductor to the drummer.
Yeah, that happened.
That is the meme shot.
Yeah, that is the meme shot. Even it's like I think of it in like music video logic of like, oh, you pan to the instrument having a moment in the piece.
Yeah.
That bit. That always happens. You think the background guys, they played for real? Are they stuntmen? Are they just musicians being in the film?
This is also another thing. Like if we can't tell, like if realistically we can't tell, that is because this film has also won the Oscar for best sound editing.
Yeah. Well, I can sometimes be like, oh, I guess that camera shot was late because the thing already played.
Yeah.
So either just an editing thing or it could be timing of the background actors, man.
Exactly, but to the layman, it's not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna be analyzing, and they're not gonna find out.
Yeah, I suppose not.
No, sir.
That's the thing, hey.
Well, yeah, this was a film, right?
I guess I want to reiterate that I think the timing was good. I don't have a problem with that. I just think the story itself is repetitive.
Repetitive story, yeah.
Not the whole story, but
Parts of it.
The escalation of events is repetitive, but it does escalate to a point where it has a climax.
Yeah,
and it was a good climax. I thought it was good, but I suppose it's limited because it's a story about practicing music. So I guess it's just about practicing till you drop.
Yeah.
So I mean,
which is
you can.
Which they've done also with like extra bits of the individual lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Putting in like personal dramas in there, spice up the story.
Practice over bitches, yo.
Yep.
That was funny. I thought that was like the life.
If you cockblock yourself, don't find yourself crawling back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Live with your decisions.
But what was it all for? To be
the next
head patted by Fletcher?
Or to become the next Buddy Rich. And if this is not Buddy Rich, then let's be rich. And then you can get bitch.
Or buddies.
Or buddies.
Yeah. I mean,
this is how he turns gay. Yeah, this is how he and Fletcher develop a loving relationship.
Not an abusive one.
But it could be an abusive marriage. But they just love and hate each other.
I mean, Andrew in the movie, he seems like he doesn't have any friends.
Yeah.
Even to his bandmates, you're like, fuck you, man. I don't like you.
Hey,
get away from my practice and my fucking drum time.
If that's your personality, then go for it, Buddy Rich.
Yeah. Everyone hates everyone in that band, I guess. Because everyone's looking for a chance to stab someone's back to be like, yes, I'm first saxophone. I'm first drummer. Core
drummer. Which I've not seen that before. The other ones are just percussionists, so like, yeah. But there's no such thing to me as like a core drummer. Like you might be the main person and you might be the most experienced, but you normally do switch around and people have different styles of drumming for different styles of music.
Yeah, whichever fits your boat. Or like what you're good at, I suppose.
Specialization. You don't have one person specializing all of the songs.
Funny when they're like, go turn my pages, bitch.
Yeah. Just memorize the song, Bogo.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a thing where I'm like, this is a very funny representation or it's an exaggeration of a, I guess, competitive band where everyone hates each other.
Yeah.
Because realistically...
this film is all caricatures of people.
Yeah, right? I guess that's another thing that slightly bugs me, but I think it's funny as well.
What a story.
Normal people may not notice, or people who are not in those environments may not know about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might look extra real to those people, or like, I guess it's very dramatized.
Because real life is not that exciting.
Not that dramatic.
No, you just go to the show. You go to the show, you get a silver award. The gold award goes to the same school every single time, and then you go home. That's how it's always been for me.
Yay, silver. That's better than bronze.
I think my band won a gold in the VSMF one once. But it was one of it's the event where multiple bands get golds.
Okay.
Multiple bands get more silvers than golds.
More the merrier.
Tons of bronzes, and everyone else gets participation.
Very sad, even though they have a bunch of golds and silvers.
Yeah, a bunch. There's numerous gold and silvers. It's like S tiers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You can have more than one thing.
It's not a 1, 2, 3. It's like a ranking of like, you guys are this good, so you get gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, I think this movie, the director and writer, he based it off his high school band experience.
That is true, yeah.
I either heard that from the Adam Neely video or something.
It is also, it's fairly public knowledge, I feel. Yeah. It's like, anyone who ever wants to know more about a film will just search, is it based on a true story?
Yeah.
technically
It's based
sort of
experiences.
Yeah. Which correct.
Because I think in the Adam Neely video as well, it's like this band setup is more adjacent to a high school band setup, I suppose.
Yeah.
Then I guess it's a real big band.
That's it. Yeah.
The interesting thing, would they get like someone to fact check that on set? Or like I guess in the production.
To me, that's the director himself.
Yeah,
that's his experience of it.
Yeah, I guess it's his interpretation of it.
Yeah,
I mean, because he's calling to make, so it's not 100% real fact.
No,
as we said again, dramatized, exaggerated caricatures.
Yeah, but you know, technicalities aside of
good
jazz,
good
movie.
I think so too.
I think we're up to our final verdict.
Yes, all right. Final verdict.
Starting at this end.
Yeah,
sure. It's Whiplash, man.
Whipping.
It's been 10 years.
10 years in the making. This review.
This review has. I would give it a 9.
Solid 9. None of that 10 out of 10.
What are you giving it?
I'll give it 8.
I see. And to round us all off, our own Patronus Gold, our own Jack Mariyama, who could not be here today.
He's giving it a 1.
0
out of 10.
Combined average for Jack Mariyama of 10 out of 10 for Jack.
That's right.
He gave it a 10, yo.
He really likes
it. A 10. See?
It was a perfect movie, it seems. Probably, I mean, yeah, movie-wise, it follows the formula very well.
I think he would disagree with you that it is more than the formula.
He's going to be like, damn, he drums so good.
Artistic masterpiece. Whiplash. Come on, guys.
How about you whip out that thing for me?
He would not disagree.
So yeah, watch it if you haven't. If you're usually jazz man, maybe you'll like it too. Maybe you'll think it's funny. Because,
you'll laugh at all of the inaccuracies of jazz.
Or the exaggerations of jazz.
Or the boring plainness of Fletcher post-legal disputes.
Or the shininess of his head.
Or the shininess of the people around him and the instruments.
Not true.
Pop brass. There were layers to that joke. There were layers.
A lot of layers. Speaking of layers, have you ever thought about the layers of ground that gets destroyed when an air raid happens?
Not personally. I can't say I've thought of that personally, but I do watch Let Me Know, so.
Oh yeah. Has he talked about that?
Probably mentioned it at least once in one of his videos. Something about an air raid.
Well, our next movie is another classic.
Another classic. I've not heard of before now, but the when I saw it, it did feel familiar. Yeah.
There's a Hideo Miyazaki, a film from was it like 90 something?
87?
Let's say it's 1987. Grave of the Fireflies. Is that right?
Yeah.
Grave of the Fireflies. Directed, I assume. Written, maybe, by Hideo Miyazaki. Fact check that once again. It's a Miyazaki film. It's all about the Ghiblis, all the Ghibli girlies out there. Have you watched this film? Or did you only watch Totoro and the fish one?
The fish one. What is the fish one?
There's like a something from the 2000s that I haven't watched, but there's a fish like Nemo.
The Ghibli Patriots. Can we fact check this?
Fact checked by Ghibli Patriots. See, this one's a very
so is this a young Miyazaki? Or is Miyazaki always old?
He would have been younger in 1987.
I assume so. At least he's eternal.
already established since this is a Ghibli film.
Yeah, right.
Like I forgot which one's the first one, but like Princess Mononoke was like earlier, I think 1980 something, like 5 or 4.
I am the least seasoned Ghibli watcher.
You know,
I
like
don't
Ghibli
think.
girly like me.
No, sir. No, sir.
What's the other famous one? Howl's Moving Castle. That was like 99.
That was 99, right? Okay.
I think, or late 90s, pretty sure. What's the? Yeah, all the aesthetic Ghibli films.
Right.
Yeah, this one's actually quite. I'd say it's quite unique in compared to many of its counterpart Ghibli films. Counterparts, I guess, contemporaries.
And incredibly sad.
Yeah, very solemn. Is that a real word?
Solemn?
Yeah.
Yes, solemn is a word.
What's it mean?
Sad.
It's a solemn film.
Heavy-hearted.
Yeah. So, you know, it's real, you know. Real stuff getting showed to you.
Yeah.
Real hard hitting facts on your face.
Do you know much about Miyazaki's relationship to this film, like family or law?
He's old enough to have experienced that time.
Right. Okay.
He would have been like, I guess, that kid's age.
Right. Okay.
He would have seen a lot of people in that position, I assume.
And I know this film's based on a short story, but was it also based on a real story?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I assume there's a lot of real stories like it, but I haven't I haven't read any details specifically on what inspired this film.
No, I haven't either. Which is also why we recommend you. You know, you can go watch this yourself. It's also another cultural defining film, and there is a lot to dig into and learn more about, because there's a lot of history that surrounds this.
Yeah.
1945, end of World War II.
It's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this movie is about like the post-war tragedies and I guess the effects of war on everyday people's lives and how, you know, she'd be nasty. Or a better way of putting it, like, tough times, especially if you're on the losing team.
Tough times is underselling it.
You know, people died, and sometimes things get tough, and it might not end well.
No, sir.
No. Do you want to do? Should we see who plays who, or should we not bother?
Well, we've already told everyone. You know, you can go do your own research. Because you know, we do strongly recommend you watch this film, which goes to show how much we enjoyed it as a film.
We both enjoyed it. We liked it. Yeah, this movie has 2 main characters. Our boy, I think, was it Seita?
Seita? Yeah.
Seita, the big bro. And his little sister, I forgot his name. Setsuko. And, you know, premises, they've been, I guess, somewhat spoiler zone, because this is a 40-year-old movie.
Why not, honestly? Well, we did tell people, go find out about the film.
Find out. Fuck around and find out.
Okay, buddy. Let's just go through the list and voice acting. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah.
I watched the English dub.
Okay. I watched the Japanese dub with subtitles.
Those are 2 Ghibli experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like the Ghibli English dubs are always good. So, when I got that copy, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it.
Which, you know, just go by whatever you know about Ghibli. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people, or like people who first watched Ghibli on like Disney when early in the 2000s when Disney got Ghibli stuff on it, was the English stuff. So I guess it's the thing to do for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I did that. Yeah, good stuff. I assume the Japanese is good because it's the
Excellent.
OG language.
Yeah, man. Excellent.
Yeah, we still feel the feels when feels are happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the feels. Visuals, like this is Ghibli.
Okay. Classic Ghibli style. Ghibli look beautiful, very nice, articulated, handcrafted animation before the computers existed.
Before computers, man. This is how you do it.
Hand drawn, frame by frame.
Yeah.
Very nice. lovely background,
Yep.
nice animated features on your characters, Ghibli style, as the Ghibli girlies like to say. Make it look like Ghibli. Put it on the Chat GPT, not Chat GPT, AI English generator.
Yes.
Ghibli penguin
Ghibli
generate.
Generate. It's got a penis for some reason.
Like the penguin on the Penguin TV show.
Yes.
They made him a penis.
Nice.
With a beak.
Nice.
I read that this morning.
Welcome to the Unholy Trinity review, where we do the most uncensored reviews.
And it's
unfiltered.
An important tangent.
It is a very important tangent.
But let's get back to the topic here.
Yeah.
Ghibli has become synonymous with a certain style.
Yes. Not penis penguins.
Not the penguins, and not the penises. But to a certain point where it's like, when you say, oh, it looks like Ghibli, people know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Your penis looks like a Ghibli.
And pretty much, we can't fault it.
No, because it's become a cultural icon, as they say.
Cultural icon, no issues, all of the time.
Yeah, but this is one of the early examples from the 80s.
Yeah. And for it to hold up till now.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
And, direction and I guess storyline, Hideo Miyazaki, always a top dude with storytelling.
Cooking as always.
He's cooking. He's probably being like, damn, I made an anime? That sucks. Fuck anime. Because that's always the meme.
Okay.
Miyazaki hates anime.
I don't know that, but now I do.
Shout out to the anime boys and girlies and people's in betweens out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Radio?
What else? Music. Beautiful.
Yes. Ghibli music is the other one, ain't it?
I think, would the composer be that one guy?
Okay, we are going to set something up now. For our sake, we want to find out. You should want to find out as well.
Is it Koji Kondo, the guy that always does Ghibli?
Kondo sounds right.
Not condom, but Kondo.
Yeah, Kondo.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Dum 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 dum. That's not the composer. No, that's Jeopardy. Get your references right. Come on, guys. Not good enough.
No, it's by Michio Mamiya.
So a guy from the time as well.
Probably he's old.
But it is still Ghibli. Like, maintains consistency over all these years.
Yeah. A beautiful soundtrack. Yeah. Compelling story. We already talked briefly about the story, but yeah. Post-war calamity. About post-war
spoiler zones now?
I guess we'll do spoiler zone. We'll talk about the story.
Spoilers.
Yeah. It's I guess it's an interesting example where this one we don't have an happy ending.
No, not a happy end. Arguable, but yeah, it's not a happy.
It's not a happy ending. Well, we have a conclusion. Well, I guess it's bittersweet in a way. Like I guess they have their peace.
Yeah. Well, we are spoilers, I guess. So we might as well say it. Spoilers. They die.
They die. They don't have no food.
No food.
Stabbed to death.
But this is both the films we watched today. I would say the reasons they have been so compelling, at least to me, is because of their endings.
Yeah.
Whiplash, we had sort of a cliffhanger, left us thinking about what's happening there, but
this one's also open to interpretation.
Open to interpretation. I mean,
it's more
what happened is very clear.
Like, all right, I guess they reunite as spirits.
They reunite as spirits. They're at peace, and also, if they're reunited as spirits, they'll be able to find their parents. Really. Yeah.
Unless they get sent to Japanese hell, and they're stuck as ghosts.
Well, you know more about that than I do. Or
Japanese
we're just not going to talk. Yeah. But no, the point is, they're not going to hell.
Yes.
No.
Well, not as far as we know.
Not as far as we know. They're good kids. And they have a sad ending because they die, but the Fireflies are out as well, which I'm assuming, because early in the film, They're like, why are the fireflies dying? And they buried all of the fireflies.
Yeah.
And so the fireflies that are flying now is the spirit of this firefly?
Maybe, yeah.
Or
it's like a symbol for all the other lives that were lost type B,
symbol of the other lives that were lost, or
In the war.
starting over people around us
Probably just
thriving
yeah.
in the future, hope for the future. A lot of interpretations here.
The quote from the kid was like, "Oh, why do these fireflies die so quickly?"
Yeah.
I guess it's a symbol for human life. So,
that's true.
Life is fragile.
Yeah.
And that's the grave of the fireflies. They made a grave for the fireflies.
Yeah. Sad stuff.
But
and it's all the trials and tribulations that these two siblings go through throughout the film.
Having
The hardships
lost
that they
their
endure.
parents in the war.
Their mom in the air raid.
Yeah, they were at an air raid, or they were going through an air raid, and then their mom got hit, and then she eventually died, and they had to be taken care of by their aunt. But after a while, they become more of a burden, I suppose, to the aunt.
Yeah.
So they're not welcomed anymore. But that's another thing the movie shows in these hard times, not everyone can afford to be, I suppose, generous, and everyone has their own problems.
Yeah, everyone's all looking after themselves.
Yeah. That's the thing. In these capitalist countries, you gotta look out for number one.
Now.
Commentary.
Hey now.
But
fact check by real
the interesting
patriots.
thing was this movie starts off right away with like, "This is the day I died," and it goes back, right?
Yeah.
Like a recap.
We would call it tropey these days. Starting out like that. Then. So you're probably wondering how I got here.
Probably wondering how I died.
So yeah.
But I'd say it works. Where it's like you might have forgotten about it by the middle of the film, but then you remember again. Oh yeah, he died.
It's not something you think about during the film. It's just something that naturally flows with the storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
They've done well. Really well. Like the story is great.
Definitely.
The other thing is they don't know that if their father's dead or not.
But yeah, he's assumed dead, I suppose.
Yeah.
They said that his ship would have sunk.
Yeah.
All the ships were gone. Can he survive the deeper waters of the Pacific?
Probably not. It's like the thing where if you died, or no, if you failed in the waters as a member of the Imperial Japanese Army,
just kill yourself.
Yeah, you were told to jump into the ocean and drown rather than hand yourself over to the Americans.
Real. Banzai.
So mom dead, dad dead, and Fireflies dead. Japan dying.
Has been dying for a long time.
Man, film really got me sad.
Yeah, but I like how it showed, like, the camaraderie. Maybe not camaraderie specifically, but the relationship between
love
Seita and Setsuko. Yeah, the siblingly love, and how Seita has to care for his sister, being the only, I guess, responsible guy left in the family.
Yeah,
gotta take care of a kid. He did his best, but it wasn't enough because circumstances. And he's a kid. He's like what, 10 or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. And this is also off of another year where we had another Japanese war film, Godzilla -1. You see some similarities, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's both about the post-war calamities.
Yeah,
but with the Godzilla.
But with a Godzilla, yes.
So yeah, but
also one, two little girls.
Oh yeah. And then they rebuilt, right?
Yeah.
In this one, they didn't get a chance to.
No. The little girl actually died of malnourishment in this film.
Mm-hmm. Quite sad.
Quite sad, but a culturally defining piece of art.
Mm-hmm. I mean, would you say it's still watchable for kids? Good lesson to learn.
I wouldn't necessarily show this to kids. It's a bit strong.
Maybe kids who know what death is.
Yeah.
I mean, if they've already watched all the other Ghibli films, then you can pop this one on.
Maybe don't show this to a 5-year-old who's still picking their nose.
I mean, I still do that.
Yeah, well, we are all 5-year-olds picking our noses. But the difference is whether or not, we put it in our mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie, I mean, it's a good, kids can learn from this. You're like, damn. I gotta not take things for granted here, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Don't take things for granted. No, people do be dying. It also tells us a lot about, the world around us currently.
Yeah, a bit of context though.
State of affairs.
They'd be like, World War II, wasn't that 200 years ago? You'd be like, yeah, that was 200 years ago.
But still just as relevant today as it ever was.
Because World War III is coming. And we'll be dying.
People will die.
Or we'll join forces with the Chinese and win.
Yeah, I'm trying to make this a message that the younger people can relate to. Meanwhile, you're telling us to band up with the Chinese.
I'm giving you free advice and tactics on how to survive the next war.
My advice on how to survive is, just stop prepping. Stop prepping those cans.
A raid hole.
Yes.
In your backyard.
Our old house used to have something like that. Well, it was a cabinet sort of thing in the center of the house that was designed to be secure.
Okay.
Like bunker-esque.
Yeah.
This house doesn't.
I mean, I think most houses don't have.
Also, this house was built by Metricon when they were under flack for a lot of dodgy building practices. So, in the case of like air raids or a tornado or an earthquake, our house is flying away, guys.
Yeah, you could have some building defects somewhere.
No, you'll hear an earthquake and you'll hear like the loose metal sheets in the walls rattling.
And then they didn't secure that properly, yo.
No, they did not.
On screws.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not saying anything. It's just the way it is.
Another top tip: if you want to make money, be a property developer, and then spend your spare time being in the local council, so you can make your own regulations on council buildings.
His words, not mine. I didn't say any of that.
Because it is a conflict of interest, but you just don't declare it.
Declare these nuts.
Yeah, declare these nuts.
What should we rate this movie? Should we get on to final verdicts? This is a film where, am I meant to say anything bad about this? I want to give it a 10, man.
Is there anything bad? I haven't said anything bad about it.
We've not said anything bad about it.
I thought I was more engaged with this compared to Whiplash.
Yes.
Let me say that.
That we can agree.
You know what? Yeah. Not as repetitive, huh?
Not as repetitive. It didn't really go for too long, did it? No.
No, it's like an hour and a half, I think.
Which is still, for an animated film in the 1980s, 1990s.
It's proper. Well, I mean, that's the proper film length.
Proper film length. But, imagine having to draw every frame by hand.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What's your score?
10. I said
10 out of 10.
That's what I said.
I'll almost match you there with a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10. But you didn't say anything bad about it. This is what Jack would have been. This is his position.
My 1 point would be fuck the Americans.
Yo.
They fucked over the Japan.
In the event that Miyazaki comes to slit you in the throat, are you gonna say it's a 10 out of 10 movie?
I'll say I hate anime just like you. That's why it's 9 out of 10.
Okay, well, yeah. If you haven't guessed already, Jack did give this movie a 10.
Did he? Well,
He did.
Yeah, he said both 10s, I suppose.
Yeah.
Shout out to Diddy Kong.
Okay.
There you go, folks.
Thanks there.
This was a good week for films. No new films this week because we're going back to the classics.
Gotta go back to the classics. And we're gonna do some crazy shit, but just make sure people don't forget what happened here today.
Just like how you shouldn't forget about
Whiplash and Grave of the Fireflies, or our socials.
That's right. At Unholy.pod on Instagram, TikTok, and I guess technically YouTube as well on the actual @ handle, but it's the Unholy Trinity on YouTube,
where we will have highlights of this coming out. If you're watching to the end anyways, I assume you've heard our reviews, but if you do want to watch highlights and, other funny stuff we might be doing.
Maybe you don't want to go with the extra long form content. You want to go with that medium length content.
Medium length content.
Go pop on our YouTubes, watch the highlights.
Go on.
If you're a short form content girly like me, you can check out the Reels or the TikTok.
Yeah, come on.
That's right.
We've got places everywhere. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Get your podcasts on there, on YouTube.
Listen to us on the car, on the train, on the dunny,
on the wax gramophones.
Yeah, on at work, on the work site. Put it on the radio.
While the student films next door are shooting a short film.
Blast it on soundcheck.
So that all the neighbors can hear us talk about Diddy
Kong. Did he do it? Did he not?
Diddy Kong.
Yeah, right.
Did he come?
An email about Did he come?
At free.unholy.things@gmail.com. Maybe you want to tell us we're funny. We did ask for that at the start. Maybe you want to tell us how you're funny so we can steal your scripts. I mean, adapt them.
Maybe you'll get
adapted
hired,
screenplays.
Send us your CV and resume and cover letter.
We are actively hiring for editors. We are not.
You know what? If you have a good portfolio, yeah.
It could save us time. I just don't know if we want to pay the money.
I'll pay you with hugs and kisses and prayers.
We will pay you, just not with money. But if you do want to edit videos for us, send us your CV, resume, cover letter, and maybe if you have a showreel portfolio, that would be much more compelling.
That's right.
Which is more of a reminder for me to start putting together a showreel because I've been working on films.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to have.
That's a good thing for me to do.
That's right.
Anyways, hope you have a good day.
That would be it from us this week. We'll see you next week with, I think, newer movies, I'm pretty sure.
And the Trinity.
And hopefully the Trinity.
Not just the duopoly.
No one gets busy.
No.
No one gets hit in the head.
Which I wouldn't bet money on that, but regardless. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.